We're here to come up with the next phony baloney crisis to put Americans back where they belong, in dark rooms glued to their televisions, too terrified to skip the commercials.
Well, I think...
NBC, you are here to listen and not speak. I think we should go with a good old-fashioned public health scare.
Yeah.
A new disease. No one's immune. It's like the summer of the shark, except instead of a shark, it's an epidemic. And instead of summer, it's all the time. That is so...
Now, I hate to be the guy who derails what everybody else loves.
He loves being that guy.
But, Janice, we do have standards. This can't be a made-up disease. The only moral thing to do is release a deadly virus into the general public.
We do have something we've been holding on to, but it hasn't been tested. Get over here, NBC.
Well, we certainly believe in testing, but
The zombies are here.
Okay, this is it, people. Our finest hour.
However, that have anything to do with whether...
Well, I mean, do you have to eat kosher if you're already dead?
I don't know, Stan. Are they Jew or zombies?
It's a Hanukkah zombie movie. What do you think?
I think that zombies aren't a major part of it.
Zombies are a part of every major religious holiday.
What? Well, that's a little true, but you realize it's going to offend everyone.
Offend? Who's offended by the living dead?
Sing them up and call my holiday friends.
What's a bar?
I'm a Hanukkah zombie. Dying at dry and ready for mercy they will pay. I can't wait 8 nights or more. This zombie's going to war.
Planning to thin out the population?
Why are zombies so hot this year? It's like the year of vampires and zombies. It's amazing, I know, I don't know. During recessions, I think the zombies do come out.
You're taking Reese hunting?
yeah. You know, he says he's never held a gun before, but boy, he seems like a natural with it.
God, I hope the zombies attack today.
Population reduction.
Fine.
What is that?
He's gonna kill us.
Once the virus has eaten away the dead flesh, then when they come in.
Making you the hero of the hour.
I want health screenings at all our nation's schools. We need to find out if any young people might be carrying this disease.
The government has expressed concern that too many vulnerable people have not been vaccinated against flu as winter approaches. Less than half of over 65s has had the jab so far, fewer than last year, prompting a new campaign to raise awareness. Sally Bidoff has more.
Flu viruses can spread if you don't catch your coughs or sneezes hygienically.
Remember this? An advert to combat the spread of swine flu. Well, that was 3 years ago and the message is wearing off. Now the focus is vaccination, but fewer and fewer eligible people are taking it up. This time last year, 55% of pensioners had had the flu jab. This year, only 49% of them have. 32% of patients with underlying health problems had had it last year. Now it's 29%. But the number of pregnant women being vaccinated has actually increased from 14% to almost a quarter. With this in mind, the government is starting a new national flu awareness campaign.
About 4,700 people die each year from flu, so it's really important that those people who are in what we call the at-risk groups call their GP, make an appointment and go and get their flu jab.
But not everyone wants it.
If you keep fairly fit and active and you don't suffer from sort of other things, bronchitis, that sort of thing, I don't think you need it.
Millions of people have a flu jab every year in the UK. The message is if you need it, get it done now, before the flu season takes hold.
Your personal beliefs, whatever they may be, are meaningless when it comes to the necessities of life. Furthermore, ideologies that separate humanity, such as religion, need strong reflection in the community in regard to its value, purpose, and social relevancy. Hopefully, through time, religion will lose its materialism and basis in superstition.
Their 30-year-long obsession with the origins of humankind and the genetic anomalies of our species He wrote Slave Species of God.
You take a dash of Dad, a pinch of Mom, then we bake for 9 months and... that's good Billy.
What the hell?
Eat of my flesh. I now control you. Body, mind, and soul.
He said, well, all right, well, let's just make a bet, because if there is no God and there is no afterlife, then when you die, that's the end of it. All right. But supposing there is one, and it may be an infinitesimal chance, it may be billions to one that there's an afterlife. But why not bet that there will be one? Because if you're wrong, the same will happen. Nothing. Yeah. If you're wrong and you bet there isn't a God, then you've got a poker up your bottom for eternity, which is a real law.
The nuns told me, he knows what you're thinking.
Yes.
He knows.
Yes.
So it's already, as soon as you made the bet, you're already
So
as good
that's
as dead.
You are.
But what if there's a third option, and there is an afterlife, but you only get to go to it if you were an atheist?
Oh, that's an amusing one.
Because then you get all the Christians dead, and then a load of bitter atheists going, and worst of all, I was wrong.
And Lord, thank you for letting me see this wonderful place where the end of the world will soon begin. And thank you again for the challenge of Homer Simpson. We've all got our crosses to bear. Me, Homer, you, the cross. Now, let me gaze with reverence upon the holy resting place of...
What?
Homer, this is the most sacred spot in Christendom, not your backyard hammock.
I'm sorry. It's just that these tours are so exhausting. You're jet lagged, you're walking around all day. It's so hard to sleep knowing Marge and the kids are all stuck in one small room, and it's so nice and cool in the tomb of the unknown savior.
The Priory's sacred charge was to reveal the heir at the dawn of the new millennium. The millennium came and went, and the living heir remained hidden.
I don't know. Some say the Priory waited for the heir to reveal himself, which is especially odd, since legend suggests he may not know his own true identity.
What happened to her?
No one knows. Mary Magdalene lived out her days in hiding. And the Zealots pursued her still, even in death, trying to destroy proof of her existence. But she always had her knights, brave men sworn to defend her. You see, to worship before her sarcophagus, to kneel before the bones of Mary Magdalene, was to remember all those who were robbed of their power, who were oppressed. Ultimately, the Priory hid her remains and the proof of her bloodline, until most believed her sarcophagus, the Holy Grail, was finally lost in time.
And JC has the power to stop it because she's the chosen one.
Okay, there we go.
No,
Good
you
night.
have to believe me. JC's the chosen one.
It's ice. Gretchen's right.
Right
Listen to
about
me
what?
very carefully. Joseph, JC is special, but she can't do this by herself. It's up to you.
We've already seen 5 disasters: heat wave, dead birds, red water, tornadoes, and ice spears. There's 7 more to go. The countdown to the end has started. What the?
There's no age limit for Instant BB Perfection, the first anti-aging BB cream by Garnier.
Has more from Cornwall.
First Great Western say the weather's so severe they're advising people not to use the trains in either direction anywhere west of Taunton.
Not at all. There's nothing in the Mayan calendar that allows us to conclude that today is the end of the world. What there is a sense of great cycles operating in human history. And it's interesting that the Mayan calendar, the current cycle, which ends today, has run for the last 5,126 years. And that's precisely the period of big cities, big hierarchical central government, big dominating centralized religions, big corporations.
Tonight, in Fear and Faith, I'm investigating whether we could have created God in our own minds. Is there really a divine power, or can our experience of religion be explained by psychology alone? So my challenge tonight is to try and give Natalie, an atheist, a strong and powerful religious experience. And I'm going to do this through a 15-minute long conversation with her, and during that time I won't be mentioning God at all. It's all about spreading an idea. Started about 3 months ago, and it finishes today, finishes right here, now. The story begins with a statue of a dog in Todmorden Centrevale Park. The statue's been there for years, though most locals probably wouldn't even know it was there. The statue is about to become the subject of a rumour, and a rumour that will be planted with just one simple question: have you heard about the lucky statue? Now, I don't want people connecting this with me, so I've enlisted the help of journalist Dawn Porter to arrive in Todmorden with a camera crew under the guise of a TV documentary to ask the question for me. And I'll give myself 3 months to see how the idea spreads. And if it takes hold, I will come back to Todmorden when those 3 months are up and confess.
There's supposedly a lucky dog in the park, statue of a dog.
So the legend of the lucky dog was slowly beginning to enter the town's consciousness. Our hidden camera showed a trickle of people coming to visit the statue, but I wanted to find out if it was having any real impact. So I asked Dawn to go back and visit the 7 residents she chose who don't know that the lucky dog story is made up. Had they reported any tales of luck since Dawn's last visit? Complicated than that now, and I think in a weird way we have sort of inadvertently created a lucky dog. But you have to sort of take it, it's important you take it with a certain perspective, because you can't rely on it. There's nothing magical about it. But what does seem to happen is that if you embrace the idea of it, that you touch it, you pat the dog, and maybe if something changes in you, then you start to approach maybe life a little bit differently. And to me, it's always far more interesting and worthwhile and fascinating and rich and resonant and beautiful when it's about us as human beings and not some made-up superstition.
Come up again, I'll do another looking at.
Now I needed to find out once and for all if we really had bizarrely created a lucky dog.